Welcome to week 8 of the F.I.R.E travel series. I created this series prior to us traveling to Europe for 3 months. If you're new to my channel, my name is Jake. My wife and I retired from our 9-to-5 job by investing into real estate and the stock market so that we could achieve financial independence. So if you're new to the channel, welcome. In week 8, we enjoyed the most relaxing week of the entire trip. We stayed in the same city and the same Airbnb. This gave us the opportunity to disconnect and live more like locals and less like tourists. We were able to go to the local grocery store and cook our own food instead of eating out all the time. When I think about extended travel, I generally get most excited about staying put for a while and putting the camera down and focusing on the now. The Black Forest is a magical place and really lets you disconnect from everything else that is going on in the world. You probably have noticed if you've watched my channel in the past that I really like to hike. Hiking is my happy place. I've wanted to go hike and explore the Black Forest for a very long time, and this week we were able to do that. The overall week was very relaxing, but we did have one adventurous day where we traveled to the neighboring French city of Strasbourg. If you recall from my previous video, I said renting a car would have been very expensive had we rented from the beginning from Barcelona. So we drove over to this French city on the border, and this worked out really well because I wanted to visit Strasbourg anyways, and so this gave us a great opportunity and a good excuse to go and explore the city and travel one of the neighboring cities here in France. So we took the opportunity to visit Strasbourg, and then we took a 30-minute train ride back to Germany, where we then rented a new car, and by doing this, we saved us thousands of dollars on the car rental. It's things like this that have really helped us to keep our expenses low so that we could enjoy an extended trip. Keeping costs low is important, especially for weeks like next week, where we're going to be doing a lot more sightseeing. But more on that in next week's video. I'm excited to share that this video is presented by Snowball Analytics. Snowball Analytics is a tool that I use to analyze my dividend portfolio. You can check them out with the link in the description below and use promo code DGI to get the very best pricing. Someone asked the question, how do I use dividend reinvestment or a dividend reinvestment plan effectively? There's many different strategies out there, and he was curious about my opinion. So I've gotten this question a handful of times over the years, and it really comes down to your own personal goals. I would recommend not overcomplicating this and just keep it simple. Understanding that there's not a right or a wrong way to go about this. Most people, they get confronted with this question or this situation and they just automatically assume that there's a right and a wrong. And really, it just really depends on your personal situation. So when I look back on my own personal experience, I would just reinvest the dividends back into the same stock or ETF. And for me personally, that worked out just fine. Now, if you want to be more hands-on and screen your portfolio based on which stock and ETFs are trading at a premium and then reinvest those into other holdings, other stocks and ETFs, I don't see anything wrong with that. The question is, do you necessarily have to do it? And my answer is, no, you don't have to do it, but you can if you want. I guess in my opinion, I would just look at your overall portfolio goals and assess accordingly. There's no right or wrong. If you're overweight in a single stock or ETF, then in this case, well, you could reasonably be reinvesting the money somewhere else. But with that said, I wouldn't overcomplicate things. I wouldn't lose sleep over this. I would just keep it simple. But yeah, I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you haven't already, go check out Snowball Analytics. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see everybody in next week's video.